Welcome to the Easy Bros Fantasy Football Podcast.
Coming at you from the Easy Bros studio in blistering hot Arizona.
Here are your hosts and football fanatics, Edward Green and Zach Rogers.
How goes it, Easy Bros? Welcome to the Easy Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Zach.
And I'm Eddie, your fantasy football fanatic.
Oh, you're a fanatic.
I'm
now.
a fanatic, Zach.
Oh,
F-I-N addict. Fanatic, all right? There's a lot of fanatics out there. They'll understand.
I'm the cult tactic.
No, that doesn't work.
Oh, that doesn't work?
No.
Yeah, I know. It sounded
They
kind of
don't
cheesy.
have it.
It's all I had.
They don't have anything great because they're not great.
Let's
Anyways.
talk football. How about that?
Let's talk some football. Hey,
Nicknames all the time.
It's almost Sunday again. Week 2 has already started. We saw a great shootout between the Bengals and the Browns. I don't think you would say that, huh? Great shootout. It was actually a pretty fun game to watch.
It really was.
How about
Very
some-
interesting.
how about
all the
some
way
news?
up to the end.
How about some news fantasy-wise? You got some news for us, Zach?
Yeah, we've got Ruggs missed Thursday and Friday practice.
Ooh, not
Most
looking
likely
good.
out.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to play him.
He's got the Monday night game, so I would bench him.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got somebody else that you can, hope for 9 points because that's what he got last week.
Yeah, if he plays, but most of those 9 points were before he kind of got hurt. So if he plays, I don't think that he's a start this week.
Yeah, give him. If he does start, like Eddie said, it's a lot easier to have that peace of mind if you've got somebody didn't go into the game injured. Let's talk Michael Thomas. Still is yet to be ruled out, but at this point in time, I don't think he's playing. Even if he plays, I wouldn't play him. Only way I see you holding on to hope of him playing till Monday night is if you have Sanders on your bench.
Yeah, it's a smart thing by Peyton to tell them that we're not sure if he's going to play or not. They're going to prepare for him, and then if he's not there, they're going to have something else that they're not preparing for. So, I mean, a lot of coaches do this. Belichick's great at it. So,
Michael Pittman Jr., questionable, most likely won't play. I think this only matters to people in deeper leagues, but
yeah,
figured I'd throw that out there. I think he's going to miss, and even if he plays, he's not warranting enough targets to hold on to. There's Willie Snead out there who, behind Brown in the rotation, he's going to get targets. He proved that last week, and he's kind of always been like a Danny Amendola. Like Amendola does for the Lions and did for the Patriots.
He'll get you at least 9 to 10 points. He's a solid 9 to 10 point guy.
We got big news. Godwin out. Ruled out.
Ooh, those Mike Evans owners, this is helping you guys out. If Mike Evans is healthy, and it seems like he's going to play, it's going to help those Gronk, O.J. Howards, the Scotty owners.
I bet you Candace wishes she could go back in time and start O.J. Howard after picking him up, right?
Yeah, I think she'll be all right still.
After starting Austin Hooper?
Yeah, I think... Yeah.
I did not think Austin Hooper was going to do that bad.
Well, he did get targets,
especially after Njoku going down. Come on, 2 for 22?
It happens, man.
He did have 4 targets this game, which is double what he had the last game. 2 targets the last game, so I guess we'll see what happens there. A.J. Brown is out. Knee. Possibly out for multiple weeks. Is this a bad thing for Brown owners, of course, but is this a good thing for people who invested in Corey Davis stock?
Yeah, all those guys that had picked him up on waivers, I guess they're looking pretty good right now, but he's also a little banged up, so watch out for Humphreys. Humphreys is on this team, and he can catch.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a good route runner, so he's a possible point getter with these guys being banged up. Watch out for Jonnu Smith as well.
We also got Cortland Sutton, game time decision, AC joint. How are you feeling about that?
Like we said previously, I think the AC joint is a big thing with the receivers. If he has to go up to catch a ball, it's going to be a real problem. Unless, Locke is hitting him in the chest every time.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
It's not. So, if he's out there...
I think that's a lot of Sutton's ability is his playmaking
his reaching,
ability, his jumping for the catch. So, taking that kind of away from him, not being able to extend fully or put pressure on that joint, I think
it's going to affect him.
It's going to be a bad thing if you
like
start
I said, if he's out there, I think that he's going to be more of a decoy for Judy. I think Hamlin might be coming back for this game, so that's really going to help them. Noah Fant is going to get looks as well, so I would hold off on Sutton to start him this week, but he is going to, in the future, keep getting his touches.
Brandon Cooks looks like he's going to play again. I personally wouldn't start him. He hasn't shown anything yet. I would keep him on your bench. I'm sure you've got a better move. Doyle, out.
Yeah, this kind of is a bummer for
And
Phillip Rivers.
It said that going into next week, he's going to be questionable for next week's game already.
Oh, well, yes, that's tough for Doyle owners there.
I didn't see anything like. Did you? We were watching the game. Did you see anything?
He got tackled at one point and it got twisted up.
Ah,
So
must have missed that.
no, he did go limping off the field and he
Do
sat
have
out a
4
few
kids
plays.
running around the house, so
Yeah.
I'm sure I missed a lot of moments. Let's go into Parker.
Oh, Devontae Parker, questionable. He's going to be a game-time decision all the way up to game time. Same thing. This is a Belichick thing. He's learned from Belichick. He's going to make them sweat it out and prepare for Parker, and he might not even play. So
Yeah, he practiced all week, though.
limited. He was very limited. They had him.
Game time decision.
When they say his practicing, they had him doing certain drills
if he
for himself.
If he plays, would you play him?
Uh,
Personally, if you had him, would you play him? Or are there examples of people you would play above him instead of taking that risk? Like Paris Campbell, who was pulled off waivers, Robbie Anderson.
Yeah, you can start. I
pivoting?
would start Anderson over Parker if you have Anderson. I
Okay.
would. I just think
Corey
he's
Davis.
not fully. Yeah, I would start any of those guys over. Well, Corey Davis still thinking same thing. If they say that he's fully healthy, and he's not like hurting at all on Sunday, I'm picking Corey Davis over Parker because I don't believe Parker's healthy.
Okay. I think I'd go the same route. I go Anderson or Davis over Parker. You invested for a reason. Let's see if it pays out. I think Anderson is the... well, honestly, Anderson and... Wow, spacing his name. Anderson
Davis.
and Davis.
Yeah.
Anderson and Davis are kind of the same boat. They could give you that big game, that big week. You know, Davis, 17 points. Robbie Anderson, I believe, is 26 points.
Yeah, but he still has more over there, too. So,
But
he's still sharing
that's
the
kind of my
targets.
point, is
Yeah.
they're both, you're kind of hit or miss on both ends. Robbie Anderson is with the new team.
yeah, I'm just saying based on, like,
I
if
think
you're choosing
Davis
them
is
over
going to
Parker.
have the volume.
If you have to choose them over Parker,
Yeah.
yes.
So, okay, if we have to choose over Parker and you have to choose between Davis and Anderson, who are you picking?
Anderson.
I'm picking Davis.
Huh.
Target volume. Why are you picking Anderson?
The same. I think that he's. They already showed
Yeah,
that
but
they're
he's going to
throwing
share
him
with
the ball.
more.
It's okay. That's
McCaffrey.
okay. I'm not worried about it.
Okay. I would go Davis. So let's talk
Kittle, George Kittle out, man. This is
Yeah.
a bummer. I love George Kittle. I love seeing tight ends that are going to catch the ball, that are going to run somebody over during a block, during a run play. You know what I mean? He blocks very well. I feel bad for them in this point. This might affect Munster owners when they pull him out there on those swing passes.
Do you start Jordan Reed, or do you pivot to guys such as like Herndon and Irv Smith and Ebron and guys of that sort that are going to be left on the waiver wires?
Ooh, I would probably.
I
would
think
probably
by
go-
now most people have picked up Godare and, you know, the other top waiver priorities of the week.
Yeah, you know what though?
In our league, even Logan Thomas was picked up.
Yeah, well, if you want, people can go out there and go get Jordan Atkins. He's the tight end for Houston Texans.
See, I was thinking the complete opposite. I love that you said that because my answer to this question was going to be Darren Fells.
Yeah, no, he got a lot of targets
That's
last
great.
week. He had he had almost 10 fantasy points.
Yeah, but Darren Fells was in on 81% of snaps.
Hey, you could probably use either one of these guys.
Yeah,
Probably.
I guess. Yeah,
It sounds like that Watson is looking for these guys.
I'd
he's
play,
banged up at receiver.
I'd play these two guys over Cooks. If I had to choose between
Yeah.
those three in
Yeah.
a flex spot, and
I
that was
would.
my only choices of the week, I would pick one of the
Because
tight ends.
Fuller's going to get his targets.
Yep.
And Watson showed that he's going to throw these two guys the ball, and he was comfortable with it. Like I said, both of them had over almost 10 points, right, in
Yep.
fantasy. So, hey, look out for the double entendre tight ends over there.
Galladay?
Kenny G ruled
Ruled
out.
out.
Dang, that's a
Calm.
bummer. That is a bummer.
Jones saw 20% of the team targets with Kenny out, but then also the guy that finished above him,
Cephas, the rookie,
yeah,
10 targets in his first game.
wasn't as productive.
No,
Only
I think
caught
he only
3.
had 3 catches for 43 yards. But hey, that shows you that they're trying to get him the ball, and that's just gonna progress. 10 targets in the first game. You go look at 15, 16 in the second game, and that can up those catches to 7 or 8. You get him 7 or 8 catches, maybe a touchdown. This guy's pushing you 12, 13 points. That's not bad for a flex position.
All right, let's go into our next one. Crowder, out. Could be next week also.
Yeah, this is a bummer. The Jets already have nobody.
Do you pivot to Perryman, or do you think Perryman's value on the waiver wire goes up?
Yeah, possibly.
He's going to be the number one.
He is the only guy on that offense, right?
Darnold's got to throw the ball to someone. It can't always be Herndon.
Herndon.
He doesn't have Bell.
Yeah.
I think and they're always going to be throwing the ball because they're always going to be playing from behind. So do you think Perryman is worth people picking up and starting?
Yeah.
Maybe not starting this week, but I mean like picking up.
Just to see that the value is, hey, pick him up
if you
before.
need him for a flex to cover a bye week coming up in the future, is he worth it if Crowder's out?
Hey, if you have an extra roster spot, pick him up because, hey, he might have a good game and everyone's going to be like, dang, I missed that guy on waivers because he was picked up before the game even started.
We're going to go on with a different news. Rams Woods extended.
Oh, nice.
4 years, $65 million, $32 million guaranteed.
Yeah, they're trying to show that they're believing in Goff and they're believing in this offense. Cup did Cup get an extension last year or the year before?
No, it was this year. It was 3 years.
Hey, this is
based on production. I don't remember the exact, but I know it was less than that.
This is based on production. Woods gets more targets than Cup. Cup's big thing is his third down percentage. He's very, very good at third down percentage. So, honestly, to me, when you're choosing between Cup and Woods, you're going to want to go Woods because he gets more volume targets. Cup gets the larger amount of the gap between his catches because, like I said, they use him on third down. A lot of times, they'll be like 3rd and 15, 3rd and 18, and Cup gets a good chunk of that and gets a first down. So
I think they're both wide receiver 2 with the upside of wide receiver 1.
I think it depends on the matchup of their defense.
Yes,
I think they switch it up. But
I think even at their low end, they're a wide receiver 2.
Yeah, I'm going to throw Van Jefferson in there. Is going to start getting a lot more targets too as the year progresses.
Yeah, wide receiver 3.
Yeah, but Higbee, he's not going to get as many as Higbee. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think Higbee is definitely the third option. Maybe even the second. We're seeing how the Cup thing plays out. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I have him. I think he's going to turn it around this week.
Yeah, I agree.
If not this week, he's going to show us a game that we want to see.
Well, Higbee had 13 points last week.
Connor practiced fully Friday. Will play. Are you worried about that? I am. I'm terrified of it. If I was a Connor owner, I would not want to start him this week. Knowing what happened, knowing what he went through, knowing that he skipped practice, then he practiced limited, and then he was full Friday.
Knowing how well that Snell had played, it kind of puts a damper on it because you know that they're going to get Snell the ball in there. So with the hot hand in the NFL, you try to ride that hot hand.
So what is he now? If you look at him, he's a running back 1 technically because he's the starter. But I mean, what is he? Is he a running back 2?
I want to see. I really want to see what plays out this week, and I kind of go lean 2, maybe flex running back, not a 1 right now.
Would you start him this week, or are there people you would start over him?
I would start Snell over him this week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would.
Akers?
Yes.
Or who's the other? Brown?
Yes,
He's
definitely.
Picked
either
up
one
off
of them.
waiver. Hines?
Yeah. Oh,
I would play Hines over him.
Hines is going to definitely get his targets in the pass game and in the run game. So, yeah, most definitely.
Phillip Lindsay out?
Yeah, that's a bummer for Lindsay owners. Plus for Gordon owners. This matchup is pretty tough, though. So, yeah.
Let's talk Golden Tate. Limited practice, questionable. Do you even feel like he's relevant at this point? I think he's going to, by the time he actually is healthy and comes back, I think he's going to be working as the wide receiver 3 instead of the wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I've always liked Golden Tate, and it's a bummer that he keeps getting all these injuries.
Everyone keeps talking, is Slayton the number 1 or Shepard, but I haven't seen Shepard put up a really good game in a long time.
Yeah.
So Slayton is Daniel Jones's guy.
Yeah, he's easily picking that spot
out.
They
have come up together off the third string squad, practicing together. Like, they have a connection, and they show it in the game, and people are still failing to see it. I picked him up.
Yeah.
Then swapped him.
It happens.
But, he was worth it.
Yeah.
Corey Davis, we already talked about, will play. Let's get into some start-sit questions and also some possible lineup questions and trade questions. What do we got from? We're taking questions from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
All right. In a full point PPR league, pick one guy. Mark Ingram, James White, Adam Humphries, or Preston Williams.
That's a tough one. If Devontae Parker was ruled out, I would go Williams with the upside. With not knowing that Parker is going to be out, I would go Ingram in the matchup.
All right.
They tore up Houston, so
I like White against Seattle in the passing game. I do like that he gets a lot of targets.
I know, but there's so many running backs there. It's hard for me to pick him. I know
We have
Ingram is
talked
working
about
with
this,
Dobbins
yes.
now, but I feel like that's still less than what New England is.
Yeah. And you know what's a bummer too is that New England has 4 guys that easily on other teams are the second back, the scat back, the guy that gets all the passing targets.
But yet
all these guys,
they still keep signing.
yeah, they're all the same player. Every running back they have is the same player.
All right, let's move to the next one.
Who should I play in my flex? Somebody asks us. Moore, Slayton, Montgomery, or Metcalf?
Ooh,
Yeah, that was a tough one for me. To me, I'm leaning a lot towards Moore.
I'm leaning towards Metcalf.
Metcalf, all right.
Yeah, because actually,
With
man,
Gilmore
I space his name.
Shadowing him
I'm sorry, who?
on Metcalf with Gilmore because they play the Patriots this week,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is the Patriots cornerbacks and safeties are not that bad, and I think Lockett and Metcalf are gonna have a tougher time than people are letting on.
Yeah.
I would have to go, and Moore is matching up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which their third-year cornerback. Sorry, I'm spacing his name. But he held Michael Thomas to nothing before Michael Thomas got hurt. 17 yards.
Yeah.
They say he's come into his form and that he's going to be the next
Yeah, and I believe last year,
cornerback.
right? Or is
He wasn't bad last
season?
year either.
Yeah, they said that he held a lot of the top receivers to less than 50, less than 65 yards, a lot of them. So
I think Moore is going to have a tougher time.
Okay.
So we've got Slayton and who else?
Montgomery.
Bears against who is it?
Giants.
It's coming off my head. Okay. Oh man.
They're playing the Giants. I'm going Montgomery. I am.
I'm going Slayton.
All right.
We're just preaching about him. I'm going Slayton.
Okay.
I think he's going to get at least 6 to 8 targets, and I think he can catch every single one of them, and he can turn that into anywhere from 60 to 100 yards and a touchdown, if not more. He's proven that too touchdown-wise. He can get multiple touchdowns in the game. And he seems to be the red zone target.
I'm actually looking forward to the Chicago-New York game because there's a lot of outcomes in it that I want to see what happens with some of these guys. I want to see if Barkley is going to have another trash game, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that.
So here we go. Who you got? McLaurin or DJ Chark?
See, and this is my exact problem. I have Chark and McLaurin.
Yeah.
Statistically, the stats say that McLaurin has the easier matchup, but I know that Patrick Peterson is sitting there, and if he shadows him,
Or
which
Byron
is
Murphy.
which is a possibility, I don't think he's going to do that well. Which they have him rated higher than Chark,
Yeah.
but Chark I think has the better matchup.
Yeah.
The Titans aren't easy, but at the same time, Chark is 6'4",
Yeah.
225 pounds.
He's taller than almost all of
He's
their
played
corners.
Tennessee in the past. He's done well, so I think Chark on this one.
If Tennessee's defensive line doesn't get after Minshew that much, then
Try
Chark
and
has a
convince me
great.
otherwise, Eddie,
No,
please.
I'm just saying, Chark
Because
could have
I'm
a
in
great
this
game.
dilemma.
Chark could have a great game if Tennessee's defense doesn't put Minshew in a lot of pressure. We've seen what they did last week.
If you're in the same spot out there, someone message me on Facebook and give me your opinion, because I'm torn on this question. I would love to hear someone's advice. You can hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, we have a webpage.
I'm telling you, start Chark.
All right. I'm starting.
Another one. Who you got? Keenan Allen, Marvin Jones.
Ooh. Keenan Allen didn't produce much last week. Marvin Jones produced a little bit more than him, but at the same time, I think finished with less than what any of us expected with Galladay out. That is a tough question. You got
Green Bay. Detroit plays Green Bay, and
Yeah.
the Chargers play Super Bowl champs.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a tough. I'm
Ooh.
starting. I don't have Marvin Jones, but I am starting Keenan Allen in my lineup. I have
But
faith
who
in
do
Keenan
you
Allen. I know
pick?
he had a bad week last week,
But you don't have
someone
Jones.
has to get targets.
If
That's
you,
what I'm saying.
if you had Jones, who would you be choosing right now?
I would still go. I'm a Keenan Allen guy, man. So I'm still gonna have to pick Keenan
Yeah.
Allen just because I
That's
still
how-
think
I
his
watched-
upside
we
is
watched
better
the
than
game.
Jones's.
We watched the game. We watched Keenan Allen getting roughed up. He had 2 defenders on him, and most times, I think that's why Mike Williams did as great as he did, because he
Yeah.
only had one guy on him every
Yeah.
single time. Keenan Allen's the one with the safety and the cornerback on him. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to. Man, that's a tough question.
I just feel the way Mike Williams played that they're probably going to have Tyrann Mathieu move around both
Yeah.
of them a little more. So I think that it's going to give Keenan Allen. He's going to want to show out, man. He is. He got that contract, and he's one of those guys that, hey, I deserve my money,
But
so I'm going to
Matthew
show you that I did.
Stafford does have a history of going into Lambeau Field and him and Aaron Rodgers shooting it out. So
Yeah, this is a
that's the part I lean on. Is I think they're going to be the higher scoring matchup, Detroit and Green Bay.
yeah. Like I said, I have Allen, so I'm starting him. But if you have Jones, start Jones.
I think I'd start Jones.
Like you said, it's probably going to be a shootout. If this
I
is a
feel
game
like
that's
I'm
not a
going to
shootout, I'll be
regret. I
surprised.
feel like I'm going to regret this answer
yeah.
because
We'll see.
Keenan Allen does this, goes for a 3-catch, 30-yard game.
Then the
and
next
then
game,
the next
24
game-
points. Yeah.
Next question, please, before I get lost on that one.
Pick 3. Cup, Hilton, Edelman, Davis, Lamb, or Miller.
Let me see it. Let me see that question because that is a lot to choose from. So we've got 3 wide receivers. Pick 3: Cup, Hilton, Edelman, Davis, Miller, Lamb. I assume the Miller is Anthony Miller from the Bears.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go Cup, Hilton. Who's the Cowboys play again? They play Atlanta. Ooh. I'm going to have to go Cup, Hilton, Davis. That's my answer. I would not play Miller just because he was only in on 46% of snaps last week. He was productive with it, but you don't necessarily know that that's going to be every game until you see his target share and his time on the field rise. I don't see starting him. Edelman actually only played 57%, but got 7 targets. So he's not a bad choice, but I just think Davis has the higher upside this week, knowing that Brown is out and Tannehill has to throw the ball to someone, and he is a big guy. He is an athletic guy, and he has been injured in his last 4 years, almost every single year, and he looks healthy.
Yeah.
So if he stays healthy, I think he can produce.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree.
I go Cup, Hilton, Davis. What do you got?
All right. I agree with that.
All 3?
Actually, I would swap Cup for Edelman this week
Why?
because I like Edelman's matchup against Seattle's defense.
Over Cup, though.
Yeah, just for this week.
That seems a little crazy for me.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy, man.
I just don't. I don't see that. You got to give me more than that. Why though?
Like I said,
Knowing that Cup is on the field more than Edelman, knowing that Cup is probably the number 2 option, and there were a lot of receivers that Bill Belichick and Cam Newton threw to.
yeah,
You wouldn't change that?
I just feel like Harry is going to be the number 1 target. And the fact that the number 1 target, McLaurin, last week for Washington, they played Philly, right?
Yeah.
And he played pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So then Jordan Reed was the number 2 target?
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so.
Well, based on his receptions, I think that he was the number 2.
I thought it was Kevin Bourne.
You could be right. Reed, was it Jordan? Not Jordan Reed, I'm sorry. Who am I thinking of? The tight end. Sorry.
Jonnu Smith?
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas. Okay.
Yes.
You got
I'm
me
sorry.
lost now.
Yeah, Logan. Logan Thomas had I think the second most receptions on that team. So
Yeah, no, he did.
So I'm thinking that, hey, Edelman's going to be the number 2 guy. He's going to be running inside that inside route.
You mean
The way the tight end
Logan
is?
Thomas is from...
He plays for Washington.
Yeah.
The tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they played Philly last week.
Yes.
And he did pretty well.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that so will Edelman in this game.
All right, my running back 2 was Le'Veon Bell. Who do I start now? I have Ronald Jones, Malcolm Brown, Singletary. I go Brown.
Yeah, I go Brown. I like that.
That's it. He's proven that he's got even if he's not starting, he's going to outproduce Akers at this point. So I would start him.
Who do you start, Carry-On or Swift?
I don't start either of them.
No?
Mm-mm.
AP?
There's got to be something else. I would start Peyton Barber this week over either of those guys.
No, I'm saying if you had to choose Carry-On or Swift.
Oh, come
and
on.
those
You
are your
can't tell
guy.
me that Peyton Barber isn't sitting on the waiver wire of most leagues.
He could be. I'm just saying in general, this was a question that I got.
Every single Gibson owner was hoping so much on him that they did not drop him. They're like, yeah, this ain't going to happen.
Hey, the Love
Watch,
owners
Peyton
dropped Love,
Barber
though.
is going to do it again.
Those Love owners dropped him.
Ravens D or Bears D?
Ooh, Bears D.
Ooh.
Yeah, Bears D.
I go Ravens.
Okay.
I'd go Ravens. I think they destroyed the Texans, and I think they have that capability.
Oh, because last week,
last year it was like
year?
41 to.
They did crush
Oh,
them.
man, I can't remember.
But-
41-13, 41-7, something like that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just like.
And they have less weapons this
I
year.
like
They
the
don't
Bears
have Hopkins.
defense, man, and I don't like the way that New York looked last week. I don't.
All right, well,
Hey, it's a toss-up though.
I need a flex. Anderson, Robbie Anderson, Stephon Diggs, Godert, Swift,
Diggs.
done. That was a horrible question. I don't even know how anyone thought, like, why would you
Well, it is
do
a
that?
matchup. The
don't
matchup is
know.
bad.
All right.
None of the Patriots receivers got that much last week, so I mean it is a bad matchup.
Do I start Miller or Robbie Anderson? A lot of Robbie Anderson questions.
Yeah, I think it's because he blew out week 1, and a lot
well,
of people
this
don't
is
really
over
know.
Miller.
Hey, I've watched Robbie Anderson for a long time. When he played with the Jets, he played the Dolphins. I've watched his productivity. I watched how good he can be.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Let me cut you off there. Michael Thomas is out for
Boom.
the Monday night game.
There you heard it.
So
Michael
there you
Thomas
go.
is
Don't
not
even think
playing.
about it.
That boosts up Sanders. That boosts up Cook. That boosts up Taysom Hill. If you're in a deep league, maybe.
Here's a good question for this week. I like this question. James Conner or David Montgomery?
Ooh, I'm going David Montgomery.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go David too. That's pretty simple to me. Connor looks banged up already, and the way Snell produced, I'm scared of that. I'm scared of who's gonna have that workload. Do you take Lazard or Marvin Jones?
Marvin Jones.
Okay.
Because Lazard's still like the third option, I believe.
Easy bros. Any of you out there thought of creating your own podcast? We personally use Buzzsprout. They've gotten us on every major platform. The team at Buzzsprout is passionate about seeing your project through.
Join over 100,000 podcasts already using Buzzsprout. Follow the link in the show's description. Let Buzzsprout know we sent you and receive a $20 Amazon gift card to help support the show. Zach,
Yes.
we talked about our shootout last week.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your shootout this week?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Because you got Baltimore, who I think is going to destroy Houston, so I don't think that's going to be a shootout. You've got the Chiefs, one of the highest scoring teams in the league, who's playing Los Angeles, and I don't think Los Angeles is going to be able to keep up with them. Pittsburgh's playing Denver, another slow game. I think possibly the Rams in Philadelphia could be a under-the-radar shootout.
All right.
New England, Seattle, Minnesota, Indiana.
Yeah. Do you think Buffalo
Detroit,
and Miami could
Green
be a
Bay?
shootout?
Heck.
Buffalo and Miami, huh?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Josh Allen.
I think
if Fitzpatrick throws another interception, Tua comes in there, then it's gonna be a good game.
New Orleans and Las Vegas to me could be a shootout. My shootout though for the week is gonna have to be Indianapolis and Minnesota.
All right, good game to pick. I agree. Two of these teams both lost last week, right? Correct?
Yeah, they did.
So one of them's looking for a win, and I think it's going to be the Colts.
And these are both quarterbacks that love to throw the ball.
I think that Jags loss is really that's going to snap them into reality, and they're going to get back to doing what they were doing last year, because that had to have been a slap in the face.
So who's your shootout?
My shootout, if I have to pick one, you already took, my Colts, so
Hey man, you got to be first. You ain't first, you're last.
I'm going New England, Seattle.
All right.
I know they both run the
choice.
ball a lot, but I also think that in that second half, it's gonna be guns a-blazing. Guns a-blazing, baby, coming in here with fury.
All right. We're excited about week 2. I can't wait to see the Dolphins beat the Bills.
Let's get a couple more questions in real quick.
All right.
I got Paris Campbell, Ronald Jones, flex.
Ronald Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be crazy to start Matt Ryan over Deshaun Watson?
You know what, man? I'm sorry. I got to change my question. I got to change it. It's not Ronald Jones. I'm thinking about it. I can't do that.
Campbell, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Campbell. I think that the Cardinals are going to swallow up
He is.
anything and everything that has to do with a quarterback or running back.
He's a very fast receiver, and I think people forget about that. His 40 time, I believe, was 4.3 something.
Bro, don't remind me about anybody that went to the U. I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we know this.
So would it be crazy to start Matt Ryan over Deshaun Watson this week? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I think Atlanta and Dallas is going to be a way better points scoring than Deshaun Watson.
Dallas might have to get ahead.
I think it's
They
gonna
might
be
be ahead.
I think
Dallas
it's
might
gonna
get
be a
ahead, and you're going to
David
have Atlanta
Johnson.
trying to throw the ball.
I think it's going to be a David Johnson day
Oh, yeah.
in Houston.
I agree that David Johnson is going to, I think, show out a lot more.
All right, which tight end do I start? Hawkinson, Smith, Giannis Smith. So
Hawkinson. We talked about
I'm going
Detroit and the
Hawkinson
Green
too.
Bay game is going to be.
Actually, this is really more complicated than you think about it. All right, let's analyze this real quick. T.J. Hawkinson missing Galladay.
Yeah.
Giannis Smith missing
Missing
A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
So both
They're
of them
both the
could
top
be
receivers.
possibly second option, third
Yeah.
option. Who do you go?
Hawkinson got like 10 points last week, right?
I believe it was like 16.
Is it really?
Smith had, I think it was 11.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Smith had like 11. Yeah, and Hawkinson had 16. I'm going Hawkinson. I am.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
going to go Smith.
I think it showed Ryan Tannehill showed that he's throwing the ball to Davis. He's going to get him the ball.
I'm going to go Smith just because of Tennessee doesn't have very many options.
Yeah. Hey,
That's plain and simple.
week 2, Sunday's coming. Let's
Yep.
go Cardinals. Let's go Dolphins.
Hope our injury report and our little bits of fantasy knowledge make it this Sunday a little bit easier.
Yes. 2 a time is coming, guys.
Easier.
2 a time is coming.
All right, that's going to do it for us. We will
Take
catch
it
you
easy.
again on Monday morning where you get the weekend review. We
All
talk
right.
about the games that have happened and see what ended up like we hoped it would.
Yeah.
And you hoped it would, and it should be a crazy one. We're
Have a-
we're gonna love it and enjoy it.
Thanks for joining the Easy Bros of the Easy Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Don't forget to join us for our next episode. Like, subscribe, and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and also our website, EasyPod Bros at EasyBrosFantasyFootball.com.